Yeah. So I left off talking about how people need to wake up to Jesus. And I know this channel's about survival, but I'm trying to help to survive, get you to survive, because your soul depends on it, right? People don't understand a lot of things about God and about the Bible and about all this stuff. It's not that God wants you. A lot of people don't want to. They don't want to be beheld. They grew up. Maybe they had a bad relationship with their dad and their mother, right? Maybe they had a bad relationship. Okay, they don't want to be under anybody's control. They don't want to follow anybody's rules, whatnot. Look, you're trying to equate an earthly father with a spiritual father. You cannot. This is two totally different scenarios. And then people want to say, well, that's not a really good father if he'll put you, to burn forever, right? Well, I can understand that. Okay, I can understand that. Okay, because it seems very extreme, right? I mean, I could be a very forgiving person myself. Even when someone has done me great wrongs, I have still forgiven them. Like, you know, it's just it's tough, but you got to be forgiving, otherwise the Father will not forgive you for your transgressions. Okay, you have to be forgiving. Okay, one of my brothers is a really terrible person. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I'm not gonna candy coat it. He's a terrible person. He has grown up to be he was a terrible person since he was practically walking. And he did everybody in my family wrong except for me. And I'll tell you why. Because I kept him at a distance. I never got too close to him on purpose. Okay? I always hoped that he would change his ways, but he never did. He burned everybody in my family but me. See, this is the thing. You have to learn from other people's mistakes. And that applies to everyone, whether you are a soldier or a civilian or whatnot. It doesn't matter. You try to learn from other people's mistakes. If you're a soldier, the stakes are even higher, and you need to learn from other people's mistakes. That's why you need to pay attention in class, right? You need to pay attention in class when you're doing things when the stakes are high. On the spiritual level, with our Father, the stakes are even higher. Okay, the stakes are higher than being a soldier when it comes to God, because your soul, which is what is inside of these meat machines that we are operating right now, it is eternal. It is eternal unless God stamps it out. He just obliterates it. Okay? The Father, he could make you not exist if he wants to. I don't think that's a good choice. Okay? But that is actually quite forgiving compared to the punishment that you'll get if you don't decide to go ahead and come under his house rules, okay, which is eternal fire. And then you will say, well, how can you burn forever? I have seen people after they have been burnt to death. Okay, it is not it is not pleasant to look at. Okay? Now, so you'll say, well, how can you burn forever? Your soul burns forever. Your soul, because your soul is eternal. The Lord could put you in to the furnace and leave you there forever with all of the other damned souls, because the Lord he is absolute, either on or off, 1 or 0, on or off. He's absolute, and he says, I don't like lukewarm. I like hot or cold. Either on or off. Either hot or cold. You're either on or off. And in this case, you're either in my house or you're being punished. So you're either in my house forever, you're under my house rules, or you're being punished forever. There's no in between. So this is why it's so important that we understand what the consequences are if we decide to just ignore the Father and do things that He doesn't like. I know a lot of people have probably turned off this video by now, and that's your choice. But the choice is a tough one, because you can only avoid for so long. This meat machine doesn't last long. It doesn't last long. And we have, let me just say this. We have all of these people in Hollywood and all of these quote-unquote elites and stuff. A lot of these people seem to live a very long time on earth. These evil